actually landed up in these organizations, PropTech, CBRE, and uh, your broad outline of the career has been into valuation that ways.
Yes.
So if you could actually throw some light in terms of how you chose valuation as your career pathway, or the line of sight of the valuation field, because it's more of a maths to deal with, the numbers that you need to work on. So how did that happen? Was it a interest, or you actually build up that kind of interest when you landed up in the first job?
Yeah, thank you for this. So I would answer it in such a way that I was a numbers guy from the very start,
Mm-hmm.
considering my CA background, or I would say my interest for numbers was like that. I can still recall when my father used to drive the car, I used to calculate those number plates, the numbers on the number plates,
Mm-hmm.
and that was something I had a lot of fun with, like multiplying those numbers, multiplication, division,
Mm-hmm.
addition. So I used to do that. So from that time onwards, I think I got my interest into these numbers,
Mm-hmm.
and that's how I wanted my career to pursue with the numbers itself only. And
Something to do with
valuations
that.
was something
Mm-hmm.
which actually drive me crazy, basically, which was something I always wanted to do. And I think my mentors, my professors in RICS, they guided me that if you are so much interested in numbers, valuation is the perfect pathway for you.
So let's say I'm a someone who would want to start my career in valuation, or probably I'm a student who might be looking at valuation. How would you help me understand the roles in the valuation field, or if I may get land into a job, what could be my day at work would look like? Because
Sure.
there are apprehensions that there are very limited amount of job roles out there in the market, and valuation, when we talk about them, the person might be thinking that the person is doing some sort of mathematical calculations to judge a particular value of that particular asset class. So probably if you can give some more guidance in terms of how the day at work, and especially with valuation, how does it look like?
Yeah. So I'll start with, I think there are certain rules that you have to play being a valuation professional. So when I was with CBI, there was some other things, the other rules I have to play when I was with PwC Middle East. So it's like it's a completely another rule that you have to play. So I'm working with the audit teams most of the time, capital markets team, financial due diligence team here in PwC Middle East, working as a transaction advisory consultant or valuation consultant. However, in CBR, it was like a different kind of a roller coaster ride where you actually have to go for physical inspections. You have to come back and do the market study yourself. It involves primary and secondary market research and then preparation of the financial models. There are different methodologies in valuations, so dependent on the asset class, the construction status, and all those things. Then you have to prepare valuation report, speaking to the client, speaking to number of agents to know the market, the sales rate, rental rates, discount rates, exit yield. So these are some of the numbers we are very much aware of based on certain outputs or the investment transactions we see in the market, and then we actually derive at a market value. So this is the overall phenomena, what we actually our overall I would say the set of activities we have to do in order to complete a valuation exercise.
Looks like a lot of work, probably doing some kind of secondary research while you might be sitting at your office doing some sort of googling around, and also getting into the field, talking to people, meeting clients, getting the data, and then putting that on a report which might be presented. Looks like that's a lot of work that you really do
Yeah, I
there.
think you can say that. I think very much in line with what you actually said.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, there are other things also you have to see because you are actually valuing an asset which is worth maybe millions of billions
Mm-hmm.
dollars. So of course, in Indian market, or if you say the Middle Eastern market, especially in the UAE, Saudi Arabia, or Bahrain, I have valued a lot of land plots, residential developments, commercial developments over there, some big shopping malls, some renowned hospitality developments like renowned hotels, specifically in Palm Jumeirah. So I have done a lot of valuations for them, some of the government clients in Dubai, some of the government clients for Saudi Arabia. So yeah, I have a big portfolio to manage, and I think it's been a roller coaster. And sometimes it's like kind of very challenging
Mm-hmm.
to get all the market data because you have to uh, see lots of investment transaction to come out to a yield, specifically discount rate. You have to consider a lot of cost of debt, cost of equity, all those factors, and then certain research to come out for the rental rates and the sales rate, the kind of growth you are actually projecting in the financial model. So yeah, I would say a lot of research activities required, and
Mm-hmm.
then putting that to a financial model and then getting a number out,
And a lot of
something.
data that you deal with, yeah.
Exactly, yes.